Black Panther movie review. So, you guys are probably watching this video, probably wondering what I thought of the Black Panther movie. Well, I'm going to tell you something right now. It was and is an absolute brilliant movie, and I definitely recommend that you all go and see it. So, for those of you that don't know, Black Panther takes place just after the events of Civil War and is set in the fictional city of Wakanda, where we see T'Challa, just after the death of his father. He goes back to his home of Wakanda, where he is to be crowned king. Now, he comes up against adversaries from the previous movies, such as Claw, who's played by Andy Serkis, and we also meet a new villain as well, named Killmonger, played by Michael B. Jordan, who not only has connections to Wakanda, but to T'Challa himself. Now, I want to get into things that I really liked about the movie. First of all, T'Challa. Chadwick Boseman, absolute brilliant job of doing the role of King T'Challa. The accent was on point. He was just brilliant, really, really believable guy, and just really, you just felt like he really enjoyed playing the role that he was playing. The next thing I enjoyed was Sidney. Sidney, am I saying her name right? The next thing I really enjoyed was Sidney. So she was his sister, played in the movie by, oh my god, I can't remember her name. Letitia Wright? I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly. But yes, she plays his sister, Seri, in the movie now. And she was just absolutely hilarious. Her humor was on point. And she just had this whole innocence about her that it was just a joy to watch. And honestly, she just played it really, really well. She's a British actress as well, which also made me feel really good also. Well, just because obviously being British and whatnot. Now, it really, really made me feel good. And it was just like, you know what, giving hope to us other British actors out there, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, we'll move on from that anyway. Next thing I enjoyed, Akuyo. Now, Akuyo is the leader of the tribe that they're a group of female warriors, and their job is to take care of the king. I can't quite remember what their name is exactly, but there's only one word that I can use to describe her performance, and that is badass. She is just a literal badass throughout the whole entire movie, and she just, oh my god, she just kicks so much butt. It's just unbelievable. I just don't even want to say anymore because you just gotta go and see it. She is just brilliant. Brilliant. Literal badass. Another thing I enjoyed, the action scenes. The action scenes were clean. The fights were on point. Everything was just blended so well together. And you know, sometimes when you're watching a movie and you find that when they get the fight scenes, the camera starts shaking all over the place, and sometimes it looks little bit messy, and it doesn't really look good. Not in this movie. None of that actually happens. All of it looks like it's been well filmed and well edited. It just all looked like it was just all on point. Absolutely on point. It had me sitting there. I was like, oh, did he really do that? Oh, I was like, nah. It was just absolutely amazing. What else did I enjoy about the movie? If I can think of anything. The music. The music was on point. They were very traditional in the music choices that they did for this movie. Stuck to its African roots, obviously with it being set in Africa, but there was also a bit of American hip hop in there as well, which worked really well. Now I've seen other people actually criticize some of the music in this movie, but I actually thought it just blended very nicely together, just because he the Killmonger is actually American, and when he came into the scene in certain scenes in the movie, they would have this certain song that will play, like, and you knew it was him that was entering the scene because that was his music, his entrance music, and it just blended all really really well. I want to also give a shout out to Michael B. Jordan, aka Killmonger, as well, because he done a really really good job. He played Killmonger really really well, and he just was just very very believable, and he done very well, very very well. And I think another thing as well was that he took his shirt off during the film, and I had these two girls sitting next to me, and they just looked at him as soon as he took his shirt off. They're like, "Oh my god!" It just had me laughing so hard. I was just like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And we all know he's a good-looking guy. Yeah, yeah, get it all out there. Blah blah blah. But yeah, no. Anyway, besides all that, he done a really really good job in this movie. Now, the one gripe I had about this film was the accents. They weren't quite, not all of them, some of them, they weren't quite African enough for me personally. But I understand why they did it. It's a film designed for a Western audience, so obviously you can't really go too fresh or too much Africa. So I understand why they did it. And I was watching an interview with Chadwick Boseman where he addressed this issue, and he basically said the same thing, that the movie was designed to be quite westernized, so the accents had to be very toned down. They had to have some African authenticity, which they did, but then some of them had the kind of American type blending as very westernized. Yeah, it just did it. But other than that, it's not all of them. I think the one that bothered me most was the one played by Daniel Kaluuya. Can't remember his character's name, but his accent just didn't fit right with me. Oh yeah, another really really good thing I liked as well. I really want to give a shout out to this person as well. Is M'Baku. He was played by, oh my goodness, what's his name? Daniel Wright, Edgar Wright. I'm gonna have to look up his name, but M'Baku, brilliant, absolute hilarious, funny guy. But basically, he says a line to Mr. K. Ross, aka Martin Freeman, which just had me in stitches. I don't want to spoil that for you guys now. I just want you to go out there and actually listen to it. So you'll know exactly what I'm talking about as soon as he says it. Trust me, it's just absolutely hilarious. But yeah, I just really want to say that the movie was very very good. It was a very very good watch, and honestly, it was just what I can honestly say. It was one of the best Marvel movies I've seen ever. Out of all of them, it definitely makes my top 3 Marvel films, and that's saying a lot because there's been some very very good Marvel movies, but this movie is definitely up there. And for that reason, I give it an 8.5 out of 10. But yeah, I want to say thank you so much to you guys for watching. What did you guys also think of the movie as well? Let me know in the comments below. And Wakanda forever.